Hello world! Today I would like to share an app that I built for my friends in aviation. It's about serving hot food for passengers, hence the names toasty, focaccia, pizza and chicken. These are the options that passengers have, and the numbers here represent the rows and seat numbers. So let's say passenger wants a toasty and he's seated in row 9A, and there we go, it goes to the panel on the right. For 1 minute in the oven we can increase to 2 minutes and so forth on, or decrease. We can delete it at any time, and when we press on the timer the countdown starts. For the sake of this video I made a minute last 9 seconds instead of 60, because obviously what the point of waiting 60 seconds. So there we go, the timer, the countdown is over and the toast is ready. So we can, when we decide it needs more time, we can click ready and it resets the timer and gives 1 more minute. But we can also delete it. We can delete items at any time in the case that we assume they've been delivered to passengers. So let's say a passenger wants chicken, then he changes his mind, he wants a pizza, and you need to delete the chicken using this button, pizza, and passenger in row 12, no, in row 11, 11C wants pizza, and then we can go with more items. You can see that the list can go over and over for quite a while. So let's start the timers. We put all of these in the oven and then we know which sandwich goes to which row and how much time it needs. And then we can, they're ready, we can delete them. So let's do it, and then let's say we want a focaccia row 33, and then you can't because we have only 31 rows, so you cannot do 36 and so on. You cannot do row 45. You can, however, row 31, and there we go. There's a focaccia for this passenger. Bon appetit. There's also a button if there are 2 focaccias for this passenger, but this button is under construction. I haven't developed this option yet. It's a work in progress, but I was so excited about this app I wanted to share it right here and right now. Alright, so that's for the functional part of the app, and now I'll go through the code. So it just needs 2 classes. The main class consists of a lot of GUI here, so you can see this is doesn't need much explaining. There's are pretty much the buttons, and then we have a constructor with some more GUI, grid bag layout to make it look nice. It needs a lot of code, so I'm not going to go through the details because it's not very exciting stuff happens here. So we have buttons. This is toasty, focaccia, pizza, so on. So it obviously sets the text where I showed the text. When you click on it, you have the text, so you know what you're doing and what you're gonna put on the panel to the right. Yeah, so we can edit it once it's ready. Once you select the letter, it goes to the panel to the right, because the letter indicates the exact seat where we have to serve the food. So this is it. These are the 4 sandwiches. Of course, we only put a sandwich when the text with the name of the sandwich, if the text has, or if the text area is blank, because we don't need we don't want to confuse anyone saying chicken toasty, or chicken toasty would make sense, but it's not what we want, because these would be two different sandwiches. So then we go further with the seat numbers. So B1, B2, B3, these are obviously the seat numbers. The limitation I was talking about when we have row that we don't have. So if you want to put row 32, there's a limitation here. So for instance, if the text ends with the sandwich number or with 1 and 2, you can put 2, so you can do row 21, 22, but you cannot do row 32. That's why we have these limitations here. So that's pretty much how all the text button works. Then we have the letters, and as I mentioned before, once we press the letter, we confirm that the sandwich is ordered by a certain passenger sitting in a certain seat. Again, of course, limitations. We don't want to confuse anyone with row 1AB, because it's two different seats. So we have these limitations here, and so on, so forth. Then we have the delete button that I showed. It pretty much deletes the item from the panel. Pretty self-explanatory, and of course the times2 has not been developed yet. And now we have the delete actually refers to the one, the delete for the backspace, if you will, from the text area. So you can cancel the whole sandwich, or you can just cancel the row, or the row number. Anyway, the other class that is needed for this app is the add item, which is activated when we press the button with the seat number, with the letter of the seat, which indicates the exact seat. And then there is some basic GUI. I'm not gonna go through it. Where the action happens is here. So button D means button delete, so the big button on the right that removes the sandwich. If it's ready and served, we can remove it. Then the up button just increases the number of minutes. Down button decreases the number of minutes, of course, only if there's you cannot go below 0, obviously, so there's this limitation expressed. And it refers to timer button, which is the button on the with the time that when we click on the countdown starts. So up and down button will increase or decrease the time, which will be expressed here. We can't edit it, hence we also need this line, and then the countdown starts. Of course, it's also put in a new thread, because if we put everything in one thread, it wouldn't work, because obviously every sandwich has its own countdown, it needs its own individual thread. Then again, there's a grid bug layout. I need to go through it with more detail. Then we have the countdown, which is a lot of math, but I think it's fairly easy. The process command class, which just means that we wait for 1 second before the command is executed, just to synchronize the threads and to make it run smoothly. And once the timer is once the countdown is over, the button will say ready, and the timer will go back to 1 minute. So I think that's the whole explanation that is needed for this app. Let's see now again once more how it runs. Row 1, oh no, row 2, A wants a focaccia for 2 minutes in the oven, and we can run it while it's running. We can increase it, decrease it. We don't need to stop the timer. And then we can of course add multiple sandwiches and run multiple timers. So focaccia is ready, we can delete it. Chicken's ready, we can deliver it. And that's it. I hope the passengers will have a nice meal. I hope my friends will have it easier to manage the hot food orders. And I hope you enjoyed seeing this magnificent, awesome app. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.